You all need to have some patience. Just saying.
Yes, this is going to be my intro. Nah, I'm just kidding. What up guys, OtterPop here. That's going to be my actual intro for this video. Although I do kind of mean what I say when I say that y'all need to be patient. I had already planned for a little bit to give you this little update video on a couple of, little things, and so here I am providing it to you. Now, when I say update, I kind of mean update on a few things, so mostly it's going to be a channel update as well as a South Park update, so keep that in mind. Also, a sort of Dan versus update as well. So to start off, I know that some people have definitely been asking about South Park, so I'll definitely be providing a little bit of an explanation for that. But before I do, let me point out first that I have not been posting a lot of videos much lately. There are two big reasons for that. One is the fact that towards the end of last month, I did not have my computer for a period of 2 weeks, meaning I could not record anything, I could not edit anything, I could not publish or research, I couldn't do anything with any of my video projects whatsoever. And that kind of in turn set me back on pretty much every single video project I was working on. And I hadn't even finished the last two South Park reviews yet, so there was no way that I was going to be able to start the next season, obviously. Well, I couldn't anyway since I couldn't record anything. But I feel like you guys should know the drill by now with South Park videos. They usually come out a few weeks up to a month after the ending of the previous season, which in this case would be kind of the beginning of May, when the last two reviews of South Park Season 8 were released. Not after all the reactions were released. Keep that in mind, guys. So because of that, I know that a lot of people have been asking about South Park. It's still going to be a little while longer. I still haven't gotten too much of a chance to do a whole lot of, video material in general, South Park included, and that's for a couple of reasons. The much smaller reason is that I was actually a lot more focused on doing a Dan vs. Season 1 retrospective, as was requested of me, so that is basically all recorded. It's not ready to go. I'm going to have to do a lot of editing with that. That's definitely going to take some time. I'm still editing it. It's definitely going to take some time. But that's a smaller reason. There's actually a lot bigger of a reason why you guys have not been receiving updates on South Park. Okay, now that I think about it, not true. There is a little bit of a smaller reason that you guys may not have been receiving as many updates. With all the subscribers that I have, with all the comments that I have daily, I don't really have the ability to respond to all of them anymore. There are just too many that are happening, and some of them are maybe they're just timestamped or they're just quick things. I do try my best to like almost every single comment. I might even put a little bit of a heart on a couple of comments that I particularly enjoyed, but I can't really respond to every single comment anymore. There's just too much going on in my days that I'm just not able to do that. And especially once one person starts asking about South Park in particular, everybody else is, and I'm like, I'm not going to respond to each individual comment. You guys will get updates when they come. So please, unless it's been like well over 2 months and I haven't made any kind of update, that's when you start asking me. But otherwise, please try and refrain from asking me at all when it's going to be coming back, because I know that you guys really want to see it, but I do have a life. Which actually finally brings me to the real reason that I haven't really given too much of an update until now, and why you guys may not have seen as many videos up until now. Again, I've listed a whole bunch of other little reasons, but there's actually a big reason that I need to share with you right now, is that lately, in the last few weeks, especially once I got my computer back from the shop, I started focusing a little bit less on video content. This was actually something that I have expressed to a couple of individuals already, but it's starting to become a really huge hassle trying to balance out my life, my activities, and YouTube. And not to mention my relationships as well. It's a really tricky balancing act, and I've been spending a lot more time on my video projects than any of my other projects, and I feel like those other projects are starting to suffer a little bit. So I have decided to take a step back to start working on video projects a lot less, because keep in mind, I record, I adjust, I edit all of my content. I do all of that. And I feel like if I really put a lot of focus onto it, it just takes up a lot of my time. So I'll be doing a lot less video content. I'm still going to be doing it. I'm still going to be doing the same kind of content. It'll just be happening less frequently. Which also unfortunately means that the same is going to be said for things like Dan vs. as well as South Park. Those reactions are going to be coming out less frequently. I have been doing 2 a week for quite a long time now. I think since season 3 or 4 at least. But it's just becoming a little bit too crazy for me to record and review and research and edit all of that material 2 different times in a single week. So I'm dropping it down to once a week. I know people are going to be disappointed, but again, I have a life. There are so many things that I have to balance out in my life. And frankly, overall, I kind of want to start focusing a little bit more on some of my art and writing projects because I've been doing that far longer than I've ever been doing YouTube. So it means a lot to me. And frankly, the same thing with Dan vs. content as well. Whenever I start up Season 2 again, because again, I've got the Season 1 retrospective all recorded, it's not edited, but I can't start Season 2 until I have that full video edited out, and I'm pretty sure that's going to be 40 plus minutes for sure. But at this point, I was already pretty late into the game recording that retrospective, and I can't really react to Season 2 until I finished editing that, so I decided to start reacting to South Park relatively soon. Again, I don't have an exact date for it, probably the end of this month to the beginning of next month. Keep in mind, too, my parents are actually working on an upcoming move. They're going to be moving out of the country by July. So probably sometime in July, maybe late June. So it's been a little bit hectic with my family, so I haven't had quite as much time to record. That's also a bit of a smaller reason, but that's, you know, more of a temporary thing and not a long-term thing. Again, the plan is hopefully to get some videos started, or at least, or not really started, but rather finished editing by the time, you know, late May rolls around. So hopefully, definitely by June, for sure by sometime in June. But again, when it's actually starting, I'm not entirely sure. And it's not just South Park and Dan vs. content that's going to be dropped down. It's going to be all my video content that's dropped down. I know that, you know, besides South Park and Dan vs. content, I would post videos twice, maybe 3 times a week. But I'm probably going to start dropping that down to 1, maybe 2 a week, honestly. I get the feeling that some of you are going to be disappointed, but you're going to accept that it is what it is. There may be a small subset of you that may be a little bit unhappy and may try and fight with me. Don't even try it. I have already made up my mind about this. Because remember, I still do care about you guys. I still do care about my audience and my fans. I mean, I love you guys. I really do. And I still want to provide content for you. And I do plan on doing that. I still plan on providing the exact same content that I have for a few years now. It's just going to be happening less frequently, and that's kind of all there is to it. I want to start balancing things out a little bit more. I want to start taking a little step back on my video content and taking a little bit more of a step forward on some of my art and my writing content. Because again, I've been doing that for way longer, so my art and writing does tend to mean a little bit more to me, and I know that some people aren't actually going to mind that at all. Some people are actually a bit of a fan of my art, well, probably not my writing. Not really anybody focuses on my writing, but there are plenty of people who do have a bit of a support for a lot of the art projects that I work on. So thank you all for that. So yeah, no set date on when the Dan vs. Season 1 retrospective is going to be finished. No set date yet on when I'm going to start reacting to Season 2, although probably going to be about a week after the retrospective is published. And no yet set date on when South Park Season 9 is coming out. But I am doing whatever I can to sort of balance out my schedule so that I can work on that, because I do want to provide that for you guys. And I'm sorry that it's kind of slowing down a little bit with South Park. I know that some of you may not have wished for that, but I'm still continuing it. There's no doubt in my mind I'm still continuing it. So I hope this isn't going to be too long of a video. 10 minutes. I'm sure I'll be able to shave plenty of that down. But thank you to all of those who understand. Thank you for still supporting me. And I do hope that I can still create a lot of content, a lot of good content for you guys. Again, just a little bit less frequently. Anyways, that is all that I have for this particular update. So thank you for watching. I will do my best to work on as much as I can relatively soon. We'll see what happens with some of these upcoming weekends, but oh boy. My parents are already kind of, yeah, okay. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and as usual, until the next video, guys, check you laters.